Hello. In this video, I will go into detail of how I'm using my new AccuQuilt Go Big electric fabric cutter. I'll cut the Go Mill Wheel pattern as well as the Go Flying Geese Die. Keep watching. Hey, it's Leela. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be using my AccuQuilt Go Big electric cutter again. I'm really enjoying this electric fabric cutter. I am going to use some of the die that I have. I have 8-inch block, I also have 12-inch block down here. I also have the flying geese, and I have the strip cutter, 2.5-inch strip cutter. And that has really come in handy. When I was ready to bind a quilt, I was able to use a 2.5-inch strip cutter, and it was great for me because when I cut with the rotary cutter, I kept getting this bend in the middle of my cut. I tried it over and over again. I was not getting it straight, but with the strip cutter, it was flawless. Each one of the cubes here comes with a free pattern. It's really cool. Each one of them comes with a free pattern, and it comes inside of each one of the blocks. There are 2 blocks here. I have them over here, and I've already taken some of the patterns out that I'm going to try. This is a simple 4-patch, but it's really nice. The way that they lay it out and teach you which numbers to use is really pretty cool. We have that. I've taken out the mill wheel pattern from block number 3, and on here it tells you exactly which block to choose, so that's really cool. And it gives you the block sewing directions on the back. I plan to cut out each of the blocks they asked for, form 4, using block number 3, and I'm going to sew them together. So I hope you stick with me while I do that. This is just the, this has the pattern book in it. I've already taken it out, it's over here somewhere. It has a pattern book that came in here and the cutting mat for the 8-inch cube. It's called the Mix and Match 8-inch block is what it's called. So here's the cutting mat for that. I'll keep that out because I'm going to need that today. Also, the quilt class I took at a local quilt shop, we had to purchase this book by Alex Anderson, Start Quilting with Alex Anderson. And it's really full of a lot of great information. I've read it several times because I'm really trying to learn all the different techniques and what I need to know to get started. And this book gives you some great tips. She also has an online version that I downloaded because I'm able to pull it up on my iPad and my computer, and it works really well. We worked on this sampler quilt in class, so I'm going to do more flying geese because I'm trying to get better with the flying geese. Practice makes better. This has all kind of different patterns in it. The sampler quilt has rail fence, it has the 9-patch. So we had to learn a few different techniques at the border and binding. And it really was a great learning quilt to do. Maybe I'll even share my quilt with you. So here we have that. I'm going to work on, so those are those things. I'll keep these together so I can come back with them. Here are some of the blocks, and I have other blocks behind me. I also have the fabric that I'm going to be using. These fabrics are from a few different local quilt shops. I have pulled out some of my favorites, and I'm going to choose which ones I will use. I got to take them over to the ironing board. I don't have an ironing board, to the ironing station, and go ahead and starch them up, iron them, and figure out exactly which ones I want to choose to do these sampler blocks that I'm planning to work on today. Keep watching. You'll see me work on these and these and this with the electronic cutter. Hang in there. Okay, I'm back. I have my Go QB Mix and Match 12-inch block. I'm going to use the pattern that came with one of the blocks. It's called the Go Mill Wheel pattern. And what they tell you to use is block number 3. We're going to cut 4 half square triangles, 6-inch finish with block 55001. Cut 4 half square triangles, 6-inch finish, square 55001. So there's a couple of different colors in the pattern. This is how they show it. Let me get that block over here. It's a pretty large block. I'll try it. Let's see which of my fabrics are going to fit that block. I have the fabrics nice and starched. This might be really pretty for that. That will fit over it just fine. Yes, and this one will fit over just fine. So I need 4 of each. Let's see if I can put them together. The label is going this way. Here is the 5501 half square triangle finished square. It's number 3. This comes out of the 12-inch gold cubie. I have my fabric with the straight of grain this way. And I want to lay it on here. This is the salvages up here. I'm going to lay it out of the way, past the salvage, and about a 1/2 inch over the square. The actual, they're not squares, they're half triangles. It's 2 half triangles here. Here's a die right through there. So I'm getting the salvage out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm making sure I have enough space over here for my fabric. And it's kind of on an angle, so I'm going to angle the fabric a little. There it is. So I said I wanted to have, I need 8 altogether, so I need 4 of each. So let me do a couple of them. Fan fold. Make sure I cover it. One thing I learned the other day when I was doing some practice cuts on a little cheaper fabrics is that I wasn't covering it really well. So I'm going to make sure I don't waste my good fabric here. I'm going to cover it very well. I'm going to do 6 layers of fabric here. I feel a little bump in that fabric. What is that? It's just a little piece of, just a piece of thread. Fold this over. Let's just make sure I cover everything. I'm so excited to be using this system. In this package, we have the actual cutting mat for the 12-inch blocks. I'll take that out of the package. Move this over. I'll place this down on the top of it and make sure I cover it. They tell you that if you don't use a cutting mat, you will not get a die cut. You will not get a cut. So my power button is over here on the right hand side. I am going to go ahead and run this through. So I have 6 layers of fabric there. Something made it back up. Maybe there's something in the way. Let me move this out of the way. It has a safety guide on it, which is really cool. Pull that out. Let's try that again. There she goes. I gotta find out what causes that, so I'm not sure what it is. Without moving anything. I'm going to cut out this little fabric here because I'm going to turn it around and put it through the other way. I've got to read about that and see what causes it. If something, there's nothing caught in there. And cut this off so I can turn it around the other way. It is very possible I may have needed to roll that fabric I had hanging on the side. Probably should have rolled it a little neater before trying to push it through the machine. It was not much of an issue at all. I'll do more research. I am back. I turned it sideways and it went right through there. Let's see what happens. Well, I tried it a couple times and we don't know if that's going to work, but let's slide it off and see what we have here. For sure the extra lint I'm going to have to clean up here comes from me rolling it through the cutter twice. This was the issue I had before when I did it twice. Twice is not good. Nobody told me to do that. Move that over. Pick up the extras. Got a lot of little lint things, but I don't have a lot of waste at all. Very cool. I even have plenty of room to cut something else extra here. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. That's cool. And when I sew them together, I'm going to turn them this way. Another one I'm going to turn this way. And these two can turn over the right sides together. Take this over to the can and get rid of some of that. And I'll share my cuts with you. Just want to put the right sides together. A beautiful cut. When I take it over to the sewing machine, I won't have that much work. I'll have them together already. These are going to be really cute. I love those little butterflies. All right, I have those together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets, and all together I think I need 8. Let me look at my directions again. Right, I needed 4 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have enough. I'm good to go. I got extras. All right, that's very good. Can use those later. So I'm going to have those ready. The other thing I wanted to do is make another flying geese set. Here's that. Let's see if my fabric is going to match up here. Sure will. So I have my length of grain to cut across here. Here's one. Putting the right sides together because I'm going to do a couple of them. Two. Fold that over like that. Yep. Make sure I have enough space where it's covering everything. It's covering there. Gonna do that. And let's take her through. Go. Slide it off. This the waist, not much at all. Look at that. So since I put them right sides together, I have a couple already ready to go here. These are ready to go for sewing. And these are ready to go for sewing. It's going to be pretty. And one more. There we go. So we have 4 of those. Now for this, I could have done them all at one time. But since I'm newer, I'm trying to do the right way and do the right thing and not overdo until I learn a little more. It's barely making it, but let's check it out. I'll learn on her. That one is wide enough, so we'll definitely do 2 of these in case I need to use it that way. Fan that over, as they call it. Yeah, that's gonna be tight. I don't think the second one is going to make it, but we'll find out. What I have done is a couple of them that didn't make it, that they weren't large enough, I used them on a smaller cut later. So I didn't waste anything. That was good. Let's see what happens. I have 4 layers going in there. Let's see together what happened. Yep, I see one of them didn't make it. Not much waste either. Wow, I love this. Look at that. Very nice. So we can see here the first one, it was too short. I will not use it for this, but I can definitely use it for one of these others. Second one. Looks like we have a winner there. Yeah, they both made it. So the second one was wide enough, but the other one was not. These made it. There we have that. Put that to the side. Put this one to that side. I will put together at least 3 flying geese. Clean up this mess and I'll be back again. I'm wanting to duplicate this pattern, the mill wheel pattern. I like how they have it laid out. It's really pretty. So I already cut my 4 cuts of the half square triangle, 6 inches. Finished square, 55001. I cut 4 of each different colors here. And this is how I have it laid out. It's laid out like this. Next thing I want to do is just sew those together and see how it turns out. I'll see if I make it the same way they have it laid out there. I have pinned all my blocks together. I'm going to sew them in this order. I will stitch them together as it shows in the pattern. We'll start here. I have them with the actual dog ears already cut off because that's how the die makes them, which is really great. I will sew the 1/4 inch seam allowance. There we go. Making sure my little points here line up. Here's C. Line them up. Chain piece these together. Making sure the points are lined up. They are. This way. Okay, so now that we have those all stitched, that's D, C, B, and here's A. B and C. Here's my A. I need to plug my iron in. Get a little juice there. Then I'll turn you this way. So now we're back here at the iron. I want to, first I'll set that seam, and then I'm going to open the seam. So this is A. Wow, look how nice that turned out. The corners are, phew, I'm afraid to say perfect, but I think they almost are perfect. So that's A. Here's B. I did a video on this Tula Pink iron. It's in my YouTube channel. This iron it's lasting for quite a while. I bought so many irons that don't last. I have to give up on them after a little while, but this one is doing pretty darn good, and I just love it. It's so convenient. I use it at least 80% of the time, maybe 75, 80% of the time. I could do better if I just press it and stop ironing. So this goes this way. This one goes this way. I'm looking over behind me at the actual printout that came in the box. So that goes like that. Then we have C. I went online to AccuQuilt. I really found a lot of beautiful free downloadable blocks, patterns, and even projects, full projects for pillows and I mean all kind of projects. This AccuQuilt is opening up a whole new thought process for me with some of the projects on items that I would never have attempted. Well, maybe, but I know that I would have quite a bit of time getting them done. They have a lot of embroidery files, so I cannot wait to tackle more. So this is C, and C goes like this. Look at that. Let's grab D. Open it up. It would be easy for me to press these to one side also, but I'm opening them up until I know exactly how they're supposed to go. That way I don't have to go back and re-iron that portion because I'm not sure which side goes which way. As far as this is called the mill wheel pattern. Oh my gosh, I have all of my points correct, and that just doesn't happen much for me. This is amazing, you hear me? So this one goes like this. Oh, that makes the mill wheel. Look at that. I'm looking again at the pattern to make sure I have it right. This is the pattern. And here we have this one in that corner, that one in that corner, this one over here, and that one over. That's it. So I'm just sew these together like this. Right down here. I'm going to put these two right sides together. Pin those corners up as best I can. Stick a pin in there. Try to match the corners up. Make sure I get it right again. So it goes like this and that, right? So I'm sewing down this lane. Just need to make sure that's right. Put this one together, C and D. First I need to find this little area and make sure it matches up with the back. And then I want to make sure I have these right. We have this down. Yep, that's it. Let's do a little more pinning. Here. I love that magnet. It just really grabs all my pins up. Now I got 2 pins. I only need 1. Those. Let's take a look and see how they look. This is the bottom one. Let me iron that down real quick. We have now the top and the bottom. The seams are looking very good. Everything looks like it's lined up pretty nice. So we're going to sew these 2 together. Let me turn it this way to make sure I got it right. Yeah, so this is the top and this is the bottom. No, that's not right. Glad I looked at this. This is not right. Let me get it together. I had it together. I'm looking over at the pattern. This is the top. And this looks like it's the bottom. Yes. So I want to put these 2 sides together and sew it down this way. Put those 2 seams together. Stick a pin in there. Stick a pin in there. I want to make sure I have them together. I do. Stick a few pins in here. Pin on this end. And now let's sew it down. I'm not sure why I have extra fabric there. Should that be there? Let's see, let's see. Maybe I don't have it sitting right. There it goes. Pay attention to details. This is where pinning really helps me. When things like that don't seem like they're right, if I pin more, they kind of come together better. Hint, hint, Leela, do that more often. All right, now we're going 1/4 inch seam allowance. Slow it down just a taste. let's see what we have. Wow. This is gorgeous. Do I think the system is worth it? I do. I'm going to finger press that down for now, but look at that. You just can't beat it. It would have took me forever to get that lined up and all of those points good without this AccuQuilt system. That's nice. That's very, very nice. There's the pattern. I like a lot. I really like that. Here I am back with my flying geese. Making sure you can see it here. I've already pinned a few of them together. Pinned a couple of them together. I'm going to pin another couple together. You just match up each of the edges together like that and pin away. I pinned it backwards just because I was sitting here like that. So I'm going to do the 1/4 inch seam allowance. On each of these. Line that one up. My laser helps me to, can you see the laser? It helps me to be able to see where I want to start and stop at the bottom. So that's really helpful. And you can turn the laser on and off if it bugs you. Some people have said they don't need it, but I do. It's very helpful. See how it shows down here where the next point is? I think that's really helpful. I'm sewing on a baby lock chorus. This way. Okay, do I have another one? I have a couple more. Make sure I set them right. Like that. They just come together so well. I mean, gosh. Can't beat it. Just a couple of pins. Cut off these little chain pieces. We'll open one up to let you see how well that turned out. Look at that. Very nice. Put another one on the other side. Let's see how that works out. like that. Close that up. Nestles right in together. Make sure the bottom is lined up. I will open that and then sew it here. Make sure that lines up. Take a look at that one and see if it's coming out okay before I go back to the next one. So once we open it up, yes, that's coming out just fine. Let me see, do I have another one like this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Start right here. Line that up with the pen. And line this one up with the pen. I'm going to knock a little. I am all set up for the flying geese. I've completed one. It came out very nice. Here's the back. The others I have started on by stitching one side. I will take my other portion and lay it on. Turn it up this way and catch it in the camera. I'm just putting point to point, edge to edge. Stick a pin in there. Stick a pin in both of those. This one matches this. Making sure I sew right down to this point. Please remember to check the description box below each of my videos. This video will share a link to how you can get more information regarding the AccuQuilt system and how to place an order for one. I have information listed in each one of my description boxes up under my videos. So take a look. Finger press those down for a sec. One of these I need to probably open up the seam. I gotta see again. I may have to take it apart. There's this one, but it worked out okay. So they all worked out. Let me turn the camera around. That is so precise. Just my fabric is fraying a bit. Otherwise, that is very precise. Let's open this one up. Wow, is that nice? This one I can see I need to fix that right there, the way I ironed it. And hit it with a little water here. That I cannot ask for more with that. These are great. We sew them together. I think I want them to lay like this and that. Put this one in the middle. Put that down. Put a few pins in it. Get that 1/4 inch mark going. Let me check on that and see how it turned out. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put this one here and this one here. So we'll sew these two together. We'll have us a row of flying geese. This one can go under here or up here, either way. So we'll put it there to the top. Match those corners up. And go there. And there. Nope. That's misaligned. Seam ripper in hand and ready. Let me iron this down and I'll give you a quick look to tell you how it came out. This is the completed project using the Go Big. These are flying geese, a set of them, 4 in all, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was able to match up each of the points perfectly to make the flying geese. I did not have to cut any of the dog ears off or anything such as that. This is the back, and I cannot be more pleased with how it turned out. Very nice, very nice. The other thing I was able to complete using the Go Big is this Go Meal Wheel pattern. It was a free pattern. Here's the full look of it. This pattern came in this Go QB mix and match 12-inch blocks. Die number 3 is what I use for each of the cuts. It's also, I believe, in each one of the mix and match Go QB sets, because I have it also in my 6-inch set. So this turned out really nice. I am very pleased with what I was able to do with the flying geese die and also the Go QB mix and match 12-inch set. So this is great. Perfect. It's the Go Big. So thank you so very much for hanging in here and watching the full video. If there's anything that you'd like about the video, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm really planning on doing many more videos using the Go Big electric cutter because I am really enjoying this thing. These cuts are just precise, and I would not have been able to do that, I don't believe, without being able to use this Go Big or many years of practice cutting with my rotary cutter. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Hey you, click the like button. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you.